All right, then. Welcome, welcome, welcome into Studio A. In fact, this is the only studio, so we will move over and, as I promised, meet a dear brother that I've had the joy of just meeting for the first time here, Brother Richard Vera.
Vera.
Vera, yes. I'm sorry. Evangelist Richard Vera, I should have said. How are you, sir?
Good, very good.
Your home is Hawaii?
Hawaii, live on Maui, soon to move to Oahu.
But I just heard, dear friends, an amazing testimony that I want Richard to share with us right now. You traveled, I guess, and kind of hung out with Benny Hinn for a while, you told me.
Yeah, I used to go to his church for 10 years. I grew up here in Hawaii, and then I went for a week to Florida to go see Mickey Mouse.
Now, you weren't saved at this time,
I was
right?
not saved. I was a good Catholic boy. I was 18 years old.
Okay, okay.
And I went to see Mickey Mouse in Florida, and the house I was staying, the lady was a Christian. So it was a rainy day in Florida. The Florida get very rainy. Oh, yeah. She goes, let's go to church. So I didn't want to say no to the lady, not to offend her, because I was staying in the house. So I thought, let's go to the Mass. 45 minutes, no problem. I fall asleep 20 minutes, you know, go to the bathroom from 10, no problem. But I went to the church, and the place was packed with people, and Pastor Benny was praying for the sick. When I walked in the place, I could sense the power of God. I never sensed the power of God before. I never heard the gospel being preached, never saw a preacher, never seen anything like I saw in Pastor Benny's church. And the Lord just grabbed hold of my heart. And I wept like a baby for days. Because I knew that inside of me, even though I didn't know God, I recognized there was a God that was alive and real.
Well, did you receive him that night, or did
no,
it
that
take
night,
a little
no,
more
I
time?
was just impacted by the anointing, by the presence of the Lord.
So then what happened?
And I went home to the house I was staying. And the second night, I think it was, I had an urge to read the Bible. And something in my mind told me, go to the book of John. So I read the Bible many times as a Catholic. So I opened the Bible and I read the whole book of John. It was 2:30 in the morning maybe when I finished. And I closed the Bible and I fell asleep on the Bible. It was the lady's Bible. And that night I had a dream or a vision, whatever it was, but the lights, my room was dark, the lights went on, and two men walked in the room wearing white. One of them was blonde, and they had like a belt around them. Very straight, very serious, you know, but with an awesome presence about them.
Any idea who they were?
Not at the moment.
Angels, maybe?
But now I know one of them was the Lord, because then he spoke to me.
Okay.
But the person next to him, I don't know who it was until this day. All I know is that he was looking at me, and he was very straight, sharply dressed, white, you know, and his presence was just captivating. And when they walked in the room, suddenly my body was laid back on the bed, because I was kind of woken up by this thing, and my body was nailed to the bed, and I felt like needles all over my body, and I was frozen, and I was crying. And at the same time that it was happening to my physical body, I saw a vision, and I saw a multitude of people, crowds of people wearing black. And at the end of the crowd, there was a little door with a bright light, and I knew inside of me that's exactly where I need to go. So I tried to make my way by excusing myself through people. And it was not possible because the people would ignore me. No one noticed that I was present. So in my frustration, I started to climb on top of the people. And as soon as I reached the shoulder level, I'll fall right back on the floor. So I fell on the ground and I began to cry. I was frustrated. And I remember that there were two people. One of the guys had the arms like this, outstretched. And I said, maybe this person can help me. One of the
dressed in white.
Dressed in white, you know, had the hands out, never said a word. The whole time I was trying to get to the light, had a smile on the face, the hands outstretched, never said a word. Until I turned back, I said, maybe this guy can help me. So I got very fearful. I got close to this person, and as soon as my finger touched his finger, just like the movie E.T., you know, when they touch fingers and the lights go on, yeah, right. That's exactly, as soon as I touched his finger, in that very second I was